welcome you to Agent of Change, and we are continuing with our series of Wisdom is the Principal Thing. So we will be having all these episodes just like the previous one every Thursday at 10 o'clock. And today in this episode, I want us to discuss on Jesus increased in wisdom. Jesus increased in wisdom. You might be asking yourself, how did Jesus increase in wisdom? If you turn your Bibles with me, in Luke chapter 2, verse 52, it says, "And Jesus increased in wisdom and stature and in favor with God and men." Jesus increased in wisdom, not only wisdom, in stature and in favor with God and men. Now, if we check very closely, when we say wisdom is the principal thing, therefore get wisdom, then it shows us that wisdom has a dimension. Wisdom is in levels. That's why Jesus increased, which means the level that he was in, more wisdom came in, more favor came in with God and also with men. So you can't stand in one revelation. You can't stand in one idea that just came, because wisdom is in dimension, which means we always grow in wisdom, which means all the time we have an opportunity to become better people because of the wisdom that we will acquire, which means each and every day we have an opportunity to be in a new dimension of wisdom, an opportunity to be in another level of wisdom. Now, opportunity to acquire wisdom is always knocking in our doors, but we have one problem. And what is the problem? The problem is that most of the people have self-doubt station in their heads. All the time they are always doubting themselves. But the opportunity for you to increase in wisdom, it's always there. There is one thing about people, they don't want to pay for wisdom. We have so many books in libraries. We have so many books in bookshops. We have so many books that are lying around. But people miss opportunity to increase in wisdom because of their self-doubt station. You have self-doubt that, will I conclude this thing? Will I finish this thing? Will I gain something from this thing? And it is not all about the gain. It is about the level of wisdom. When I read a new book today, I do not stand on the level of wisdom that I have today. It increases. I go to a new dimension whereby wisdom becomes the principal thing in our lives. When we study the life of Jesus, we will find out that Jesus was a solution wherever he goes. In whatever he does, he became a solution. So wherever Jesus entered, he was a solution to situations, and a solution to the wisdom that he was bringing. The wisdom that he brings brought back solution. So every next level of your life will demand a different you. Every next level that you enter will demand you to be with higher wisdom. Because if you use past wisdom in a new level that you are in, there is a possibility that you might fail. There is a possibility that we might go back to the same state that you were in. And that's not what we want. So every new level of wisdom that you acquire will require the new you. Wisdom is knowing when to ask the right questions. There was one thing we can study about Jesus. He used to say the right thing at the right time, ask the right question at the right time, answer the right answer at the right time. Why? The wisdom that he had gathered was enough. The wisdom that had increased in him was enough. When we study the life of Jesus, there is something that the disciples always say. They were always amazed by his level of wisdom. They were always amazed. What kind of wisdom is this? What kind of man has such wisdom? Why? Jesus asked questions. Jesus answered questions. Jesus was in search of everything that will allow him to increase in wisdom. Now, you will always get tested the most before you progress to the next level. For you to go to the next level, you must pass through a test, and that test will require you to have wisdom. That test will require you to be in a next level of wisdom. The moment you are not yet there, you can't pass the test. You can't progress. You are not allowed to go to the next level when you do not have enough information. Just like in universities and in schools, you are not allowed to go to the next level or to the next grade unless you have passed the information that you were given. So by you failing, you are just showing us that the information that you have is not yet enough for you to go to the next level. So in order for you to go to the next level, it is very important. Get more wisdom. Acquire more wisdom. On one level, wisdom is nothing more profound than an ability to follow one's own advice. So when you advise, there are some moments you just need to advise yourself. There are some moments you don't wait for people to advise you, you advise yourself. Advising yourself on the right thing to do. Advising yourself on how you can get more information. Advising yourself on how you can acquire knowledge and how you can increase it in everything that you do. You need more wisdom in order to be outstanding. You need more wisdom in order to be qualified to be in the next level. There are some levels you won't reach. Why? The wisdom that you have is not yet enough. Now, we cannot solve our problems with the same level of thinking that created them. Imagine, your level of thinking created a problem, and this time around, you also want to solve that problem with the same level of thinking that created the problem. You can't. In order for us to find solutions, in order for us to find the right thing to do, we must increase in wisdom. There must be more wisdom at hand. There must be more wisdom acquired in order for a solution to come to pass. Now, without a goal, you cannot score. Same as without wisdom, you cannot be wise. When you do not have wisdom, you cannot move to the next level. So you need wisdom in order for you to move to the next level. You need enough wisdom to take you to the level that you ought to be. Now, there is something that we should make clear. Cleverness is not wisdom. There are many people who are clever, but they are not wise. There are many people who are clever, but they do not have the knowledge. They just seem to be clever in some of the things, but when we come to the principle of wisdom, wisdom must be acquired. The same way Jesus increased in wisdom, you have to do something in order to increase. And that way of doing something is having books to read, is having something to learn from, is having someone to advise you, it's having someone you can learn their life and apply the same wisdom that they applied, and apply the same wisdom that they applied in order for you to move to the next level. Nothing is enough for a man to whom enough is too little. When enough is too little, nothing will be enough. And that's what you should be. You should not read 10 books and you feel you have enough wisdom. No, you should feel it is not enough. I have to acquire more. It is not enough. I have to go deeper. It is not enough. I have to search more. It is not enough. It can never be enough. So when you say it can never be enough, then you keep on growing. Whoever you see today with too much wisdom, they believed in the principle it is never enough. There is more to be done. We can do a little bit more. So you can also do a little bit more. In your academics, you can do a little bit more. In your everyday life, you can do a little bit more. In your finances, you can do a little bit more. And study about your finances. Study about your academics. Study about your role models. Study about what you want to be. Until it is never enough, you will always have the zeal. You will always have the love to know better and to know more and to know beyond what you can think of. Jesus increased in wisdom, in stature, and in favor with God and man. And I also believe you can also increase by applying the principle of knowing more, of saying, I do not know enough. Enough is too little for me. I want to go deeper and know more. And God will help you in this journey of acquiring wisdom as we continue. Let's meet each other next Thursday at 10 as we continue with wisdom is the principal thing. Thank you.